Alright, Math 2 students, this is a short tutorial for the Puzzle Time Activity 3.3. Okay, so what's the difference with 3.3 and 3.2? Well, 3.3 has more letters. Now, really, the more variables in here, the more coefficients and things like that. It's a little bit tougher form of the parabola, but again, still tied in with parabolas. So, let's jump into the first ones here. Let's see if we can, not too big. Okay, so the first one says find the axis of symmetry and the vertex. Okay, so those two terms we should definitely know about already. In case we forgot, let's jump over to this web page and just refresh our memory. Okay, so parabolas, there's different forms they can have. They're always going to have x squared, okay? But in standard form it looks like this, in vertex form it looks like this. The deal is if it's in vertex form, you can tell where the vertex is based on those two values, h and k. In standard form, it's still going to have a vertex, but you cannot tell it just by looking at the equation. That's the difference. Okay, standard form sometimes looks a little better, or we might want it in this form, but we can't tell the vertex unless it's in this form. So what do you do if it's in standard form? So let's just go down here. There's basic information. Here's what we want. This part right here, which should already be in your notes from class, is if you have it in standard form, this is the key to finding the line of symmetry. Okay, x equals negative b over 2a. So we go back to here. So for this equation, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull this thing up, and we'll try and work through it. Alrighty, so there it is. There's number one. I'm going to put a little paper here, and we're going to try and do number one together. So the first thing is, the 2 is your a, the 8 is your b, the 7 is your c. Those are your values. The symmetry line is going to be given by negative b over 2a. Okay, so your axis of symmetry, let's see if we can get that a little more clear. Okay, so there's your negative b over 2a. So all we need to do is take those values 2 and 8. So negative of b over 2a. So b was 8. We ran 8 there. And a was 2. If you simplify that, you get negative 8 over 4, which is negative 2. So that's your axis of symmetry. X equals negative 2. Okay, so what that is that tells us sort of where the vertex is. Now, where is the actual vertex? Well, we're going to use that and plug it in over here. Okay, because what this is, the axis of symmetry is we have the x-coordinate for the vertex. So vertex, we're going to go back to our original equation, 2x squared plus 8x plus 7. We're going to take that vertex and plug it in, because what we know is we know the x-coordinate, we're looking for the y-coordinate. So, because of our negatives, I'm going to write everything with parentheses, and then go back and throw in the value of negative 2. From here, either use a calculator or just go step by step with order of operations. It's 2 times 4 plus a negative 16 plus 7, which is 8 plus negative 16 plus 7, which is negative 8 plus 7. Combine those to get that, and you get negative 1. So that's the y-coordinate of your vertex. Put both those together, and that's your vertex, 2, 1. Okay, oops, just make sure you can see that. So there's your final answer. The x-coordinate was negative 2. Shoot, I left off the negative. Negative 2 and negative 1. Jeez, left off both negatives. Okay, so that's how you do it. Start with the line of symmetry, plug it in to find the vertex. All right, hope that helps, and come back to class with any questions you have.